evening, my friends, and once again, welcome to the Deadvault Horror Show. Once again, I am forever your cult horror host this evening, the Keymaster Slasher Poe. And tonight, my friends, I hope you have brought your shovels, because tonight we exhume another coffin classic out of the dead vaults. Indeed, Monstrosity, aka the Atomic Brain, 1963. A mad scientist spawns a trio of horrible monsters while attempting a revolutionary brain transplant. Once again, grab your shovels, because tonight we exhume the Atomic Brain. Enjoy this coffin classic out of the dead vault.
Can death be outwitted? Is the secret of eternal life just around that corner? Today, medical science patches up mutilated bodies, transplanting human skin, eyes, limbs, even vital organs. Is the next step the transplantation of the human brain? Many scientists answer yes, but they pause and add a grim warning. For in the ancient folk legends, tales are told of blood-sucking vampires, crawling out of graves to live on the bodies of helpless victims. Is man now doomed to produce a race of ever-living monstrosities, worse than the vampires of legend? Will ruthless men and women of great wealth and power greedily buy or steal the living bodies of the young and beautiful, so their brains may live on forever? Such questions may seem fanciful.
It's already begun, my
working on the answer
friends.
to brain transplantation, and human bodies are used. This girl was buried in a nearby cemetery yesterday. Only a few hours ago, her body was stolen.
That's a beautiful
by Dr.
corpse.
Otto Frank, and brought to this hidden laboratory. He has grafted a living animal's brain into this newly dead body.
So we're gonna
If the
have a
experiment
goat
works,
girl?
the next step will be the transplantation of a
Bad
human brain.
idea.
The brain cells are being reactivated by an atomic fission produced in the cyclotron. Has he found the way to outwit death? Or has he created another?
Watch out for that big pile of
Deep
dog
below,
poop.
Dr. Frank takes the chance of smashing his way into a newly sealed vault. His experiments cannot continue without another body.
I think he'd be beneficial for hammering in a vault. The dead vault, that is.
The watchman's mind was not on body snatchers, just his usual nip. Inside the vault, a body waits.
She's just in a deep sleep. Maybe we can wake her up and do the monster mash. Get down to the sounds of candy on this Halloween.
This is one of the doctor's mistakes, a monstrosity, an animal's brain grafted to a human body. Leaving the dead watchman, the monstrosity carried the girl's body out of the vault. It fears and obeys one master, Dr. Frank.
No, you got it all wrong. You're talking about the Dead Vault, and I am your cult horror host and leader, the Keymaster. Hopefully it's that cheese pizza I ordered about 2 hours ago. I'm definitely not tipping this guy. Well, maybe give him the fingertips. Hee Poe style.
Here beneath the old mansion, the doctor carefully prepared for another transplant. This body had been in the vault for only a few hours. Chances seemed better this time. Still, Dr. Frank was doubtful. Tissue in dead bodies deteriorates rapidly. Where were the live, fresh bodies he'd been promised?
Indeed,
He bitterly
she
resents
stinks
that
a
every
little.
step forward depends on the whim of a miserly old woman brooding upstairs in her bedroom.
Definitely a lot of
And
dedication is in order.
Has she been a fool, squandering money on this strange experiment?
Cheers.
Money hoarded through a long, greedy lifetime, each day more money, each day death getting closer. Ah, but to start life again in a brand new body, beautiful and young, no price can be too high for that. Can she really trust the doctor? Can she really trust anyone? Hasn't everyone tried to cheat her? Wanting her money while they smiled at her ugliness? But they never got a penny. Oh, how she made them sweat.
Definitely
Especially
a
this old
tightwad.
fool, companion and gigolo. How many years she's kept him dangling on promises. Well, sometimes it's convenient to have a man, especially when he comes cheaper than servants.
Wait till she kicks the bucket,
Liner
and then
Road,
you'll get
18,
all that
no
cash
doubt.
and love
Pleasing
it.
personality, whatever that might mean. Thick ankles, pimply face, but she always smiles when she's spoken to, very likely.
Well, application forms for a servant girl don't usually include bust, waist, and hip measurements.
We interrupt this program to bring you a...
All three will be here tomorrow, and then you can choose.
Early this evening at Greenhaven Cemetery, the body snatchers brutally murdered night watchman Robert Payne, 62, who evidently interrupted his killers during their ghoulish task. His neck was broken. The imprint of a huge pair of hands was found on his throat. It's the opinion of the police that the same gang that has previously...
Don't
Ring
worry
for Dr.
about them. They're just my Dead Vault cult members.
So that's what he was
acquiring their dead body quotas. For a quota. What kind of microwave is this? That burrito is definitely going to be overcooked. A little cannibal cuisine. Where's Jeffrey Dahmer? Definitely well done. I can smell that cooking flesh. Oopsie daisy. Forgot to hold the door open.
More of it, hocus pocus, Eddie.
The doctor transplanted a brain from a live dog to a dead human body. You saw the creature walk out of that cylinder alive.
How many failures since then? Still, it's your money. The bodies must be fresh. This specimen is excellent.
And the police are looking for the body snatcher.
Why the local cemetery, Doctor? Are you trying to blaze a trail to our door? The final test.
Well, they could follow the trail of maggots like last time. The fresher the better. The better the fresher.
Close the circuit breaker. And in a matter of minutes, this house and any evidence it might contain becomes a radioactive hole in the ground.
Be careful.
But we can wait for that until after your operation.
Well, nothing must go wrong. There's no sign of life.
Watch.
Now, is the brain from the goat going to make this girl behave? Bad idea. Bad.
She lacks but one thing. The brain. Hans was still living when he was dragged from that wrecked car. That's why we succeeded with the transplant.
She seems alive.
She is, to a limited extent. She'll be able to move around, but the brain deterioration is too extensive for thought processes.
Well, hopefully they didn't join the Mile High Club with them corpses. Necrophilia is definitely illegal, I think.
Say, pardon me, but how far is Hollywood from here? All right, let's see. 16 kilometers, about 10 miles. Which way? That way. Are you going to Hollywood? No such luck. I'm what's known as a born domestic. For the next 12 months, I'll be scrubbing floors and making beds. But when my time's up, Hollywood will look out. That's strange. A foreign domestic agency paid my passage, too. I'm from Vienna, Austria.
Well,
Oh,
Vienna
really?
sausage is
I'm
definitely
from England.
good.
No.
With domestic
Is
beer.
this your first trip? Yes. I'm awfully excited.
Por favor. I know speak English very good. Are you going to work for Mrs. March, too?
This sounds like a sister act.
You, too?
Nina Road?
Yes, sir.
Anita Gonzalez? Beatrice Mullins, eh?
That's right. Are you Mr. March?
No, I work for Mrs. March. Phone.
3 new bodies, fresh, live, young bodies.
3 little
No families or friends
piggies
within
on their
thousands of
way
miles.
to the
No one to ask
slaughter.
embarrassing questions when they disappear.
Line 'em up like circus seals, I see. Let's see what we have stored to put inside these individuals.
Victor wondered which one Mrs. March would pick. The little Mexican, the girl from Vienna, or the buxom blonde. Victor knew his pick, but he still felt uneasy. Making love to an 80-year-old woman in the body of a 20-year-old girl is insanity. Still, Hetty's plan to transfer her fortune to the new body had been brilliant. Unpleasant to think of what was going to happen to these girls, but a man has to consider his own future. What would happen to him if Hetty were to cast him off after all these years?
Warm welcome they hang out.
Well, there's your new home, girls.
Gives me the shivers.
Looks like the house
Aren't
on
there any
Haunted
neighbors?
Hill.
Nope.
Where's Vincent at? He owes me 20
Are there
bucks.
any other servants?
No, but I don't think you're going to find it boring.
Grandma, get away from those blinds. You look like a crackhead looking through those blinds. They're coming.
What a jolly little place this is. What was that?
No one's to leave this house without permission. Now, hurry along. Hurry up. Now go.
She looks like Norman Bates's mother, only handicap.
Turn round. Slowly. Get the doctor. Get the doctor.
Indeed, Grandma's definitely got taste. Perfect fit for a coffin.
As with the other bodies stolen from cemeteries, the nerve endings of the brain were too far gone to receive a proper transplant. The experiment had failed to produce anything more than a walking, breathing, zombie-like creature. But the doctor permitted her to wander about the laboratory. She was quite harmless and, at times, even amusing.
Except for when
Charming,
she bumps
isn't
into all these juices, creating some
Did you
type
want
of
something?
atomic bomb.
Mrs. March is waiting for you.
Watch out
The
there,
girls have
Mutie.
arrived. She doesn't have a brain. Like the advantages.
I want them examined immediately.
Very well. This way.
Victor, the doctor can conduct the examination perfectly. What an old spoiled sport I am. Have you disconnected the phone?
He just
Can't I
wanted
depend on
to
you for
see a
anything?
little nipplage.
Won't it be nice when those girls start
Could you
calling
blame
police,
him?
employment agencies, immigration authorities, consulates?
There will be no phone calls.
Idiot. She's useless.
There is one more test I should make.
Do anything you want with her. The other two?
Perfect medical specimens. All right, Anita. Get dressed now and wait for the others.
Mrs. March, I am now giving you notice. I do not care to work in this house any longer. I demand that...
You have signed an agreement. If you have any objection, you will discuss them with the immigration authorities as provided for in your papers.
But Mrs. March...
Later. Stand up, my dear.
I've got the same measurements as Marilyn Monroe.
The lucky girl.
Yeah?
Allow me to be the first to offer congratulations. To both of you.
For me?
Come on. Come on. Your room is in the basement, Anita. Nina, your room is upstairs, right across from the top of the stairs.
A
I'll have to
room
show
with
you.
a southern view. Watch out for that last step.
I think it will be lonesome down there.
Nonsense. You'll be all right. Go on.
Gracias. Thank you.
wakey, hands off snakey.
Keeney?
What is in store for the mad scientist in the
Who is it?
basement? What will this poor girl become? Let's see.
Are you sure she's not in her room?
Yes. Victor left a little while ago. Maybe she went with him. She didn't get out of this prison without permission, that's for sure.
She had a bottle of tequila and said
But you
she
would've
was
said
going to
goodbye.
Acapulco for a month.
Why should she? We only met her yesterday. I don't blame her for not wanting to sleep in the basement.
It's funny, though. Mrs. March wouldn't even listen when I asked to be dismissed. This house gives me the creeps. She doesn't even have any uniforms for us.
Bea, what in the world do you think you're doing?
You told us last night to clean and polish in here.
Look at your hands. That will leave a stain on them. Now don't argue. Go in and wash them immediately. You keep
Go
up the
get
things
Mr.
away after Nina cleans
Miyagi.
them.
Wax on, wax off. You're doing it
Mrs.
all
March.
wrong.
Where is Anita?
Cinderella.
Anita? Oh. She left. Last night.
I would like to give notice, too.
I will discuss it with you.
On a permanent
time.
vacation. So to speak.
Nina, come here this instant.
Yes, Mrs. March?
Your name isn't Nina.
But Mrs. March, she's got polish all over her hands and I'm not doing anything.
I don't want you running up and down stairs. Those pretty legs of yours will get ugly muscles. Send Nina to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Her legs must be tired. They've been running through my mind all day. Come play.
Bea, come with me. I want to show you something.
Is that brain fragments on the
Without
carpet?
taking her clothes.
I think we'd better get out
Nasty.
of here fast.
Bea, I'd hate to go if she's still here.
You go now if you go with me.
She went to Acapulco, damn it. I told you.
This hinge is loose. Help me.
Don't you remember? Don't look in the basement.
One last experiment before Dr. Frank would be ready. But this was the most critical of all the experiments. For the first time, the grafting operation would be performed on a living human body, and the brain would come from the doctor's favorite cat. Anita was ready.
Anita cat brain? Here, kitty kitty. Don't be using the litter box. We have to get a bigger one first.
It's me, Nina.
What about your clothes?
Never mind, let's go.
Granny's spider senses. Are you telling me two grown women with able legs cannot outrun a grandma in a wheelchair? Or will she pull out the spear like Scorpion? Get over here.
Bee, she almost saw us. Let's wait a while to make sure we won't run into her.
It's like that game my kids always play on their tablets. Granny. She will hear you and come bludgeon you.
Bee! Bee!
Definitely making a crazy cat lady. Somebody, please get that litter box ready.
Bee! Bee! Where are you?
Bee is gone.
Answer me!
Be gone.
I'm here, Mrs. March.
She's locked us in. Open it. I said open it. Mrs. March.
Victor! Victor!
I think Grandma needs to take her pills.
Well, it took
She is
long enough.
delusional.
The lawyer will see you in the morning. I told him you were going to change your will.
You'll have to check the basement door. It broke loose. You failed. She thinks she's a cat.
Nice kitty. Well, I see you still resent the way Mrs. Marsh treats you. I can't say that I blame you. Kitty's always been very fond of me, haven't you?
Does she have all the instincts of a cat?
Watch.
She can use my scratching post. I just have to untie him.
She ate it.
Well, what did you expect to happen, Grandma? Playing the devious mad scientist. We will see where this movie takes us.
B. Is that Anita?
Where? Oh, I don't think so. Look out! Somebody help her.
It looks like Dog Boy has met Catwoman. Damn it. Somebody get the hose again.
Back, Hans. Back.
Oopsie daisy. Bad doggy, get back.
Hans.
You need a bigger newspaper. Back into the kennel with you go.
I still think you should have locked them up.
They're not about to leave this house after what they've witnessed. They know Hans is outside there.
Even if we could get past that creature outside, there's still the electric fence. The phone's dead. We can't get help that way. If we could get the car... That's it.
Victor! Victor!
Get the
He
car,
likes me,
then you might
I
be
guess.
able to outrun that werewolf
If you could get
outside,
the keys from
definitely. Hopefully the car has gas. Or it is your behind.
I was having a little nightcap.
Who do you think you are, pinching me?
What? What?
Maybe you'd like some company. Someone like me? That's more like it. Don't you like me, Victor?
Indeed, get a little smoochy before she's turned into a turtle. Hopefully not a snapping turtle, 'cause there goes your lips.
Hans is chained. Let's go outside.
Outside? I think I'd like that.
Just take the keys out of his wallet. And be on your merry way before you're definitely transformed into something unrecognizable.
Victor! Victor!
Anita! What are you doing up there? Anita, what's the matter with you? Don't you know me? Anita, listen to me. It's... Ow! Anita.
Why don't you just throw hamburger meat with rat poison out the window?
Don't move.
Definitely take that werewolf out of the equation.
Anita.
Her name is Anita Scratching Post. She
Anita,
already
let me
ruined
help you.
mine.
Anita, wait.
I need to catch up.
Take my hand. matter?
Astonishingly complex, isn't it? The human eye.
That's the brain. See?
She's unconscious, but she'll live.
Are they making a turkey cyclops?
She will live.
Something is definitely up that doctor's sleeve. Shall we see?
Nina, dear, come along with us now. You've had a bad shock.
Get out of here, both of you. The same with me.
Ade Dewey Dumbella. Wait a minute. Wrong movie.
I've done what I can for now. Later, an operation might be possible. I'm preserving the eye. Let me show you. Come over here. The cellular structure is being kept alive by these electrical vibrations. I use the same principle in keeping that hand alive. Bee is a very lucky girl. You think that ironical? Let me explain. I'm the only man alive today capable of restoring your friend's sight. Dr. Alexis Carrel, who pioneered the transplanting of vital human organs, kept a portion of an animal's heart alive for many years. For this, he received the Nobel Prize. And I, who have so far surpassed his efforts.
Surely you don't want to compare yourself with Dr. Carrel. He was humane.
I, too, fight to preserve life and to find the means to improve the lives of future generations. Your viewpoint is that narrow, ignorant one, held by the medical society today, which forces me to work in a place like this, to give in to the whims of a foolish old woman, because she can supply me with the funds I need to continue my work.
Actually, you got fired for necrophilia. They know what you were doing with those corpses behind closed doors, Doctor. Ew.
I can't see. What?
Your eyes are bandaged.
Something happened.
Don't think about it now. Listen to me, Bee. Are you listening? This is important.
Yes.
We must be ready if a chance comes.
I remember now. It was Anita. She... Oh, my eye!
Better leave. Give this a chance to take effect. I'm a doctor. I'll take care of her.
I'm sure you will take excellent care of her until your plans call for something else. Or am I to be the next one, Doctor?
Once again, my friends, thank you for tuning in this
Got all the
evening.
clothes?
If you're just
And made
watching
my hair
now,
appointment?
we are
I
exhuming
took
a
care of
coffin
everything on your
classic
list
entitled
talking with the
Monstrosity,
Your
aka
appointment Monday, 10 a.m.
the Atomic
Well to the
Brain.
Ritz, under Nina's name.
I'll want Nina to model these later, after I've rested. You tell her.
They're back. I'll have to leave you now. Remember, I'm going to try to get us out of here tonight.
No. Forget about me. I won't go.
Bee, don't talk like that.
Mrs. March had not realized her new body had such a satisfactory shape. Perhaps not as spectacular as the English girl, but in excellent taste. She couldn't help being amused. The stupid girl was not only modeling Mrs. March's future wardrobe, but Mrs. March's future body. So firm, so nicely rounded in places man-like.
I think Voodoo would have her
You might have
definitely
knocked when
in
you came
time
in,
and ready to dance for the ball.
I'm sorry. Don't stop your style show on my account.
Does my aged Lochinvar disturb you?
Patty, that's unkind.
Shut up. You see, it's hard for a vain, stupid man to realize that he holds no attraction for a lovely young girl. You're not needed now, Victor. Close the door quietly when you go out.
I'm not going to be needed at all. That's what you're saying, isn't it? After tomorrow, when...
Victor! That's enough. Get out.
That's the way it's going to be when what?
Don't ask tiresome questions. That will be enough for tonight. I want us both to get some rest. Try to sleep.
But Mrs. March...
That's an order. Do as I say.
Indeed, my friend, pour me a bloody martini. Time to get tipsy-ipsy. Once again, welcome to the Deadbolt Horror Show, my friends. We are exhuming
You're not looking
Monstrosity.
for me, are you? Why would a pretty young girl want to be around an old man?
What did you try to tell Mrs. March?
So that's what you plan to do. Get rid of old Victor once you get all that money. The only thing is, of course, it won't really be you.
Victor, please tell me. Try to make sense.
I am telling you. Tomorrow you'll be one of the richest women in the world. Here's a press release. It's in the mails now. To all the major news syndicates.
Orphan girl, sole heir to March millions. Nina Rhodes has a lucky star. I don't understand.
The next press release will be March Mansion destroyed by fire. Cinderella girl, Nina Rhodes, sole survivor. Only it won't be you. It's a pity, too. You're nice the way you are.
Please don't let it happen. You could help me and Bee get away.
When you're a rich woman, you wouldn't forget an old friend. A friend who'd saved your life, would you? Get out of the car. And stay there.
Victor, Bee too. Bee must come too.
Wait a minute. Just to make sure. Sign this. Ready.
It looks like Mama Bates is ready to have that transplant. Indeed, get her girlish figure back, and definitely won't be over the hill.
Steve, you've got to come with me.
No, I won't go. Why should I want to go on living like this?
I'll get Victor to help me, and we will carry you.
Did you want something from Victor, dear? Sit down, my dear. I'm afraid you're wearing yourself out with all this rushing round. I don't like that.
You realize she's mad, don't you, Dr. Frank?
Relax.
Definitely a mind-blowing experience for poor Victor.
I'll be ready
Wait a
for you
minute.
shortly,
Is that
Mrs.
brain
March.
fragments on the ground again?
I'll be waiting.
Yuck. With all this money, you would think she would have a maid.
It's finally about to happen. You don't know what it's been like for me, living with this ugly body of mine. Knowing that any attention I received was not for me, but my money. Well, nobody got any of it. I've never known what it was like to be loved for myself alone.
Why did you kill Victor, Mrs. March?
Victor? Victor was a fool. I'm a practical woman, Dr. Frank. A business woman.
I've never been a very practical person. I suppose that makes me a fool, too, in your eyes.
Of course not.
Relax, Mrs. March. Just relax. Relax.
I think we should put a cat brain in the old woman. Give her a little taste of her own medicine.
Waking up, are you? Good. I want to talk to you. You signed a paper making Victor your legal guardian. That's right, isn't it?
I'd signed something, didn't I?
That would probably work as well for me. We could stay here. None of this would have to be destroyed. Breathing better, aren't you? Why don't you try it on your own? I wonder now if Mrs. March didn't intend, along with all the rest of this. You're a very wealthy woman now, Nina. What I must decide is how to keep you and your funds available with the least amount of nuisance to myself. I could keep you under sedation until your signature was required. Or I could replace your brain amenable.
What about Mrs. March, Doctor?
Mrs. March no longer has a thing to say. Do you, my dear?
Woof, woof.
Completely recovered, I'd say. How do you feel? I guess the transplant would be better.
Miss Marsh is definitely an angry kitty now. Time to get paid, old boy.
Dr. Frank had enjoyed this transplantation. Mrs. March's brain winding up in the body of a cat. poetic justice to think of autocratic Mrs. March scavenging in back alley garbage cans for her dinner. But Mrs. March doesn't take things lying down.
Damn feline. Getting a little toasty in that microwave. Bad kitty. She didn't see that coming. No pun intended.
Mrs. March did not intend to let her money get out of sight. She would follow that girl. Sometime, someplace, revenge would come.
Indeed, and she will have her catnip. Definitely hungry little kitty. Indeed, the kitty lives. Once again, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this Coffin classic, Out of the Dead Vault, my friends. Once again, I am forever your cult horror host, the Keymaster Slasher Poe. Once again, from the depths below, into the fog we go. And make sure to place your orders for the Centerbyte stories at the butchermedia.com web store now. Thank you all for tuning in. Good night.